Are you having troubles deciding the perfect background for your realistic portrait? And you want to turn an ordinary photorealistic drawing into a more interesting looking artwork? In this video, I'm gonna give you 7 tips that will help you. So tips number 1 is to have a plan. So you already draw the face area, the hair, it's nice and beautiful. Now it's time to draw the background and you wonder what to draw. You're afraid to ruin the already good drawing. I know the feeling. Well, this is a common question I got from people. The answer is to have a plan before you even start your drawing. You can see here I leave some white area and these strip white lines here. So how do I know this? Because this is part of my plan. Tips number 2. How do we make the plan? Well, I love creating thumbnail sketches before I begin my drawing. You can draw traditionally if you prefer, but since I love to give my thumbnail sketch to my clients for preview, so they have an idea on how the drawing will look like, I do my sketches with my PC. So if my clients want to do some modification, I want the head to be bigger, could you please move the head to the left, that kind of thing, I can do it faster. This is what I give to my client prior to the actual drawing. Although it looks like a mess, you can clearly see what my idea is. So let me explain one of my thumbnail sketch. This was from a family portrait drawing I did not long ago. Stay sharp for the time-lapse video, guys. This was from 3 different photographs that I needed to combine. So the mom would be up there, the kids below forming a triangle, there would be abstract shapes around their heads, particles flying around. I even planned my signature location. So you see, it doesn't have to be pretty, but it needs to contain enough information about your plan. And if you compare to the actual drawing, I think I follow the plan quite faithfully. Tips number 3 is taking it easy. Now after we make the plan, we execute it, right? Well, hold on. Sketch the whole thing first, so you get to see your whole composition. So what I like to do here is, I've been collecting some graphite powder from sharpening my pencils, and since I plan to draw squares for the background, I'm gonna use this paper stump to apply my graphite powder. This is much faster to cover bigger areas rather than shading with pencil, and it's easy to create square, blocky shapes with this blending stump. And I'm gonna sketch the entire drawing first, before I go with the darker, more permanent pencils. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm dipping the paper stump into the powder, then I flick with my finger to remove some of the graphite so it won't be too dark. You know, it feels almost like I'm painting this way, guys. So graphite powder is easy to erase, guys, as long as you don't press too hard. So if you want to make some adjustment to the shape, or you want to tidy up the edges, you can always erase it with your eraser, like so. So this makes it very easy to really sculpt your background into whatever ideas you have in mind. Tips number 4, use your creativity. Let your mind go wild if you prefer something abstract like I do. You don't always have to follow your thumbnail sketch strictly. It's more like a guidance, so play around. See what works for you and your portrait. Every portrait is unique, and so should the background. Just make sure you don't stray too far from your initial plan. We definitely don't want any surprises here. Happy accident always looks great until it becomes the real accident. Tips number 5. Since we're not using any color, this is pencil drawing, black and white, we're playing with shapes. There is no right or wrong here, guys. You be your own jury. If you like it, then it's good. If you don't like it, chances are something's wrong. That's why you need to experiment with your own drawing by drawing many versions of thumbnail sketches. Tips number 6. Play with edges. In photography, we have depth of field. This is self-portrait. Don't forget to write some comments if you think I'm handsome, right? Anyway, when the depth of field is narrow, we get a blurry background, and we create a really nice, very strong focal point. Our eyes naturally go to the sharpest object, in this case the facial features. In painting, we have lost and found edges. In my last drawing, Portrait of Emma, there is no visible edge here. The hair kind of breaks and joins the white background, and yet it doesn't seem weird because our brain fills the gap for us. In here, I drew the hair quite abstractly. I didn't draw hair in this area, but I only gave a hint of the hair direction with my abstract pattern, and yet you can clearly see the hair shape without me drawing the actual hair. In the finished portrait of Yana here, you can see that the clothes look sketchy and quote-unquote unfinished. Here is another example of unfinished rendering. Not sure if you can call this lost and found edges, but the idea is the same. So leaving something unfinished can make something look unimportant. So again, our eyes naturally go towards the more detailed, finished looking area, in this case the face. Tips number 7 is don't go too crazy with your background. Sometimes simple view shapes work better than if you fill the whole paper with things. In Yana's portrait here, I tried to create a minimalistic looking portrait. And here, even though I drew something crazy like this, I always make sure that I leave some blank space. But who knows, sometimes when you fill the whole paper with graphite, hey, it works too. That's why, just like I said before, do your own experiments by creating many versions of thumbnail sketches. Don't make any 2 versions, try 10 or 20 different versions. The more the merrier, and you get better chance of getting the best versions of your drawing. That's it guys, 7 tips to draw your interesting background. 7 is the lucky number. I'll upload the time-lapse of this drawing soon. Also, I do a lot of drawings, children's drawings, female drawings, portrait drawings, tutorials, and in the future I'm going to do oil painting as well. So help me out guys, subscribe to the channel, like, comment, share it to the world. Your friends, even the aliens out there want to know about my videos. I really appreciate all of your support for this channel guys.